Millions of people from all over the world visit Zion National Park every year, and when they do, they are astonished by its natural wonders. Many decide to explore beyond Zion, and they are further awed by all the geological marvels that the entire southern Utah region has to offer, whether it's the sheer cliffs of Zion, or the red mountains of Ivins, or the Mars-like landscape of Snow Canyon, or the glistening fields of Washington, or the alpine beauty of Kolob. Southern Utah's landscape is like no other. This landscape is why so many travelers ask themselves, could I ever own a piece of this? What would I have to do to call this spectacular place home? To help you answer these questions, we're going to explore some of the limited land and properties available for sale near Zion National Park. Life's short, so why not give yourself what you want so you can enjoy the ride?
Cold rain, making rivers on my window. Late last night, cold rain, cold rain. Rain in the shadow, and my head on my window pane. Shadow, don't you bother me anymore. Don't you darken up my door. Shadow, don't you follow me anymore. Just lie and stay there on the floor.
So you've come here from wherever you are in the world to Zion National Park, this absolutely beautiful gem in the desert, and you've thought to yourself, this land is so beautiful, I want a piece of it. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk to you about what is available for sale for land and property around Zion, whether we're in Springdale here, which is the city here, but beyond that we're going to go into Virgin, we're going to go into Rockville, we're going to go into Tokerville, other places, beautiful places in this beautiful region of the southwestern United States. So let's get started. So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Courtney Dazan.
And I'm Sean Dazan.
And we are licensed real estate agents here in the state of Utah. And if you are thinking about coming out here, you know, life's short, right? Thinking coming out here and getting that beautiful property that you've always dreamed of, call or text to that number right there. Our team has worked out here in southern Utah for over 40 years, which means that we can help you get started on finding that perfect property for you, whether that is a beautiful piece of land or a beautiful piece of property that's already built here in southern Utah. So call or text that number right there. Now, if you've never really been out here to Zion or southern Utah, you may be thinking to yourself, wow, there's so much land out here, right? Like, there's so much land, there must be so much available to buy, and that is actually not true. Most of the land has been bought up either by private landowners or by the state or by the federal government, because obviously we have a lot of national parks out here as well as state parks. So land is scarce when you're out here near Zion. It's honestly scarce all throughout Utah. So it's not like it's easy to get cheap land out here in southern Utah. Obviously there are some, parcels for sale, but usually when you're looking out here, to get over an acre is rather rare. So yeah, that's just something for you to know. And it's not like the land is cheap either. And when there is a home that's already developed, like a custom home, a lot of times it's, over $1 million. So just setting your expectations in terms of what the pricing is. Of course, you've got to reach out to us because the pricing can change. Everything changes all the time. But yeah, it's not like you can get, 100 acres for $100,000. That is not what it's like out here at all.
Let's start the tour in Virgin, Utah, which is about 20 minutes from Zion National Park and about 35 minutes from St. George, Utah, which is the population center of southern Utah and the biggest and most densely populated city in southern Utah.
So when we bought our house in St. George, Sean's best friend who lives out here in all this land, he's like, you bought in St. George. When I come to St. George, I head for the hills, because he wants the open space. He wants the land. He wants this. Directly behind us is a 5-acre lot that's for sale in Virgin, Utah. $1 million is the asking price. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's just obviously, and you can see why people would pay that kind of price, because you get a lot of land, but also the views. The views are insane out here, and
so gorgeous.
It's amazing. I mean, and again, for a lot of people, actually, it is funny because like how things move out. So obviously, for us, going from a big city life to St. George, obviously that's been an adjustment, but like to go to even more sparsely populated stuff, to me, that's not my cup of tea. But the thing is, we know a lot of people, we work with a lot of people that actually That's what they want. They
Yeah.
don't want to see their neighbors super close by. And actually what's interesting too about what you'll see in Virgin as well, and not just here, but yeah, you have like these parcels of land, but you're still within a community, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like you're just like your neighbor's like a mile away.
Yeah.
Your neighbors are actually still somewhat next door to you. It's just that you have
Yeah.
some room to spread your arms and legs.
Yeah, and so actually just beyond us, we'll head over there a bit. That red building out there, that's Balcony 1, that's a restaurant. Don't take my word for it, but there are sometimes Kevin Costner sightings there. He's filming a lot of movies here now. He films Yellowstone here. So yeah, the land is just so beautiful out here. And yeah, you can see why the price is so high. So here we are, Balcony 1 is just directly behind us. We just wanted to show you this restaurant. It's actually a really good restaurant. It's usually pretty crowded because obviously people go to Zion, and as they're driving back to St. George, they come here.
They worked up an appetite.
They did. Although there are nice restaurants out in Springdale, which we will show you. We're going to show you Springdale as well. Some homes and some land out there. But this is where we are right now.
So the interesting thing about Virgin here is that also if you're actually looking for properties for sale or land for sale, you'll see sometimes a lot of it, the vast majority of properties like hug State Route 9. So that's the road that we're on actually right now. So you're kind of between Virgin River and like maybe a little farther past State Route 9. But that's kind of like your general stretch here. But there are some homes that are like way out there by Kolob. Now that's a whole different kind of living, right? That's way more sparse. So if this is still too crowded for you, we got you covered here in Washington County because we can even get you even more isolated, more out there if that's what you're looking for. Okay, and something to remember too is that Kolob actually is not accessible at certain times of year, especially when it's in the winter and it snows and stuff like that. Good luck. You might work with a snowmobile though.
Yeah, so Kolob is a reservoir. It's right on the other side of Zion, the side of Zion that people don't tend to go to. And yes, impassable in the winter. And people do, like Sean is saying, people do take snowmobiles out there. But if you have property out there, you can't get to it in the winter. So
here we are in the at the Virgin River, which obviously, I guess the city of Virgin gets its name from, right? Mm-hmm. I was just kind of wondering, it was about extra virgin olive oil. No, it's about the Virgin River.
Yeah, well, and it carved Zion National Park.
It did. It goes a long way. It's actually kind of shocking. I mean, this doesn't look all that grand. And now this is even high. This is actually pretty rushing for the Virgin River. But this thing goes hundreds of miles. I mean, this thing is crazy. And then also, so we're on this bridge actually going over like the Virgin River. And what's interesting about it is that, you have a few developments. One is Rio de Sion, and that's, again, beautiful homes, again, hugging the Virgin River, amazing views. It's just beautiful. And then there's actually homes as well as lots that are for sale there. And then just before it actually, you actually have like another development where it's actually zoned for nightly rentals. So if you're looking for more of that kind of possibility where you're turning it almost into a business in a way, you actually do have that option here too.
Yeah, and then just beyond us, I mean, this isn't for sale, but just to note, there's a little area for glamping, and then there's a hotel just right here, because obviously we're getting very close to the seat of Zion National Park.
And if Courtney likes anything about glamping, well, she doesn't like camping.
No,
I don't. She loves glamping though.
Glamping is for me, camping not for me.
And just to get a feel for the property prices in Virgin, Utah at the time of this recording, you could purchase everything from a 1-acre lot for $150,000 to a 53-acre lot near Kolob Reservoir for $2.5 million, to a 5-bedroom newly constructed home for $960,000, to a 2-bedroom cabin built in 1966 for $250,000. But this is all subject to change, which is why you have to reach out to us.
So now we're in Rockville, which is right before Springdale. We just have to show you just how absolutely gorgeous it is out here. Breathtaking. We're going to show you a little plot of land that's for sale right now. But yeah, it is just so absolutely stunning right now. I just can't even express it. So now we're standing right next to a plot of land, about 13 acres for $900,000 for sale in Rockville, Utah.
And this is on Main Street.
Yeah, this is on Main Street. There's a lot of, bed and breakfast and that kind of stuff as you go along this road, because as you go this way, we're getting closer and closer to Zion. So obviously, people do bed and breakfast and that kind of stuff around here.
And just to get a feel for the property prices in Rockville, Utah at the time of this recording, you could purchase everything from a 2-bedroom home on Main Street built in 1929 for $550,000, to a 0.29-acre lot for $120,000, to a 3-bedroom home built in 1969 for $1.5 million. But as I said before, this is all subject to change, which is why you've got to reach out to us.
So here we are in Springdale, right off Main Street, and here's again another another example of a lot that's for sale.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous out here. Gorgeous time of year. I love the green that's out here, contrasted with the red rocks. I mean, it's just so nice. You can feel the nice cool wind. I mean, it's gonna be getting hot soon. I will give you that. But
What?
yeah,
It's gonna get hot here this summer.
so nice out here.
And just to get a feel for the property prices in Springdale, Utah, at the time of this recording, you could purchase everything from a 0.46 acre lot for $600,000 to a 0.33 acre lot with panoramic views of Zion National Park for $1.995 million to a 3-bedroom home for $2.35 million. But again, this is all subject to change, which is why you have to reach out to us. We'll put you in touch with a member of our team. Our team has been working here in Utah for over 40 years. And then just because the day was so beautiful, we decided to take the back way back to St. George, Utah and go through Tokerville just to show you some of the properties and land that's available for sale out there.
And we're entering Tokerville.
Yeah, we just wanted to show you this way, just to show you just how you can see the mountain in the distance as well. And yeah, it's just so nice out here. You can see why someone could come from anywhere in the world. People come from all over the world, come to Zion, and then they come drive around. They go to St. George, and then they just see how beautiful it is out here. And then they start thinking, hey, I want to buy land out here. I want to buy property out here because it's so pretty.
Well, yeah, because obviously, life is short, right? You
Yeah.
want to enjoy. Like again, it's just really. I mean, I can't stress enough, that you have 15 minutes, 20 minutes down the road. You're not that far away from St. George, with all the conveniences of a bigger city.
Yeah.
But this does not feel anything like that at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. That's actually a good point, because St. George, while small compared to a lot of other cities, you're not wanting for anything there. You got everything you need,
Including a Costco.
Big box stores, Target, grocery stores, like farmers markets. You can get honestly anything you want there. Great doctors.
You can get farm fresh eggs right here.
Oh, that's true. Farm fresh eggs here. Great doctors there. Great hospital system. Yeah, so you are very close to civilization, but it feels a world away when you're out here.
And just to get a feel for the property prices in Tokerville, Utah at the time of this recording, you could purchase everything from a 0.77 acre lot for $350,000 to a 5-bedroom newly constructed home for $1.2 million to a 76-acre commercial lot adjacent to the 15 freeway for a cool $25 million. But again, as I said before, this is all subject to change, which is why you've got to reach out to us.
So you may be thinking, okay, Sean, I love the red rocks. Look at this. I cannot wait to have this be part of my lifetime experience. But the thing is, I don't know the first thing about, Zion, about Utah, about, Washington County. What do I do next? And I totally get that. That's why you want to reach out to us, give us a call or text, so that way we can help you find out what that perfect property is that will fit your needs.
Cold rain